Folks, welcome back to Expedition 33. This is Platinum Guide Part 4. We're continuing with the complete walkthrough, and last time we dealt with flying waters. And now the real adventure begins, because we're out on the continent and theoretically need to head to the ancient sanctuary. But before we do that, there's still quite a bit to take care of, so let's get started. And friends, it's best if you give a thumbs up first. If you like these guides, we'll start right away and you can go left here, all the way around, and then continue through here. Follow the path all the way to the left, because you can unlock a little shortcut here. And that's exactly what we're going to do now. Go through the forest here and to the left. On the side, you'll find a stone that you can touch to unlock a little shortcut. Unlock it. Definitely use it. Go over there, because on the other side there's another, Lumina color. And we're approximately here on the map now, in case you want to follow along a bit. Yes, just walk over here and to the right by the crates. You don't need to deal with the enemy, you can ignore it. Just take the color, turn around, and go back over the bridge. And now we simply follow the round. We're going to make a round in a clockwise direction now, and continue along this path. We don't need to go left here for now, we'll go there later. Otherwise, just continue following here and you'll find a small group. Defeat the enemies. They're once as they are guarding, an item that we definitely want. The enemies should be relatively easy at your current level, and we'll boost ourselves a bit more soon. You'll get some cool weapon upgrades here, which we definitely want to take with us, and there's also something glowing purple in the chest back here. And it will probably be in that color again. Let's examine it. And what do we have here? A nice Lumina color. And yes, then we're done here. We'll take the little loot with us and continue on our way. Just around the corner, we find a merchant, and we can already buy all the items from him. Except for the first one, which we can only get later when we have another team member with us. But we'll do that later. In the next video, definitely buy the artist wig here and again the artist wig. And hear the music album. We'll definitely take that with us again. And once you're done here, we can move on directly from here. Yes, friends, we need to. We're here on the map now and we're heading up towards the beach. So the merchant was here and we came from down here. The flying waters were over here once, and now we've gone up here towards the merchant. And from here, we continue to the left, towards the beach over there. And yes, we walk over there. Just head over, here, go left, and follow the path. And yes, friends, feel free to subscribe. If you're up for it, you won't miss an episode, especially if you also click the bell. Just go left along the red forest and you'll slowly see a beach here. And we want to go in there because there's a hidden outfit, so go in and grab it down by the crates. The Colors of Lumina is actually called Colors of Luminar, but it's not a big deal. Sometimes it's a bit difficult to recognize, due to the small text here in the recording when you're editing the thing. But anyway, we're down here at the beach. Just a quick apology if you're wondering why I often mispronounce names and so on. Well, follow the path here and you'll get down here. The way to the beach, you can go through the portal here. When you arrive at the beach, you'll see a somewhat sturdier dude here, and we go through all the dialogues with him. He tells us that his buddy is standing somewhere back there and that he's a really ugly guy. And we go over there and have to do this obstacle course. Yeah, it's pretty tricky. I needed a few tries too, but in the end, you just have to be a bit more careful. Of course, if you've fallen in a few times, you might get overconfident eventually. And that's how you end up falling in even more often. Yeah, the waves can also push you off the pier a bit. Definitely be a bit careful here so you don't get pushed off by the waves. So follow this log in the course. I've already made a video about it on the channel. In the end, we go through here once and then jump over to this rotating wooden disc. And here we can go directly to the next one. Be careful not to fall down there. And now we jump over once more. What I do here personally is stand between the beams and then just start running when I find the platform, and then we can get over here with a good amount of momentum. Jump over. And here comes the walkway flying in, which we can help on too. From here, we continue over to the platform, and now be careful not to fall into the hole down there. That's very important, and then jump over here. Over here stands the little ugly guy, just as the other one said. And we talk to him once, and we receive a reward, which we are a bit disappointed with. And of course, we want something much better. That's why we enter 17 as the answer with him. And if you've done that, given the correct answer here, then you'll receive a new outfit. Specifically, the swimsuit for boys. And yes, that's it for this part. And of course, you don't have to run back through the entire course, you just jump into the water here. And then, you're basically back at the beginning. Yes, we've put on the cool outfit right away and can float around happily here. And now we can of course continue, friends. We head back once more. Here at the beach, we've completed everything for now. And when we're outside again, we follow the path here and move on. Left in a clockwise direction. Once around here, and we can discover a really strong opponent right away. So we go around up here to come out down there in the cave. So just walk through here, and you will find a pretty big chunk. You can see it from here too, but it's actually quite easy. So, we're going to take him down right away because he gives decent loot and a lot of experience. Points. And that's why we first go here, secretly grab the Chroma with 1700. And then it's best to set up camp again and then go into the fight. Yeah, friends, the fight isn't that difficult, because you just need to be able to dodge properly. He really only has one attack, and it's this one here, and by now you have enough. Revival items, but also the revival spill, which should already be available by now. And if you get hit once, it's not that bad because the enemy always targets just one person. So make sure to quickly break his balance. Break it. And you can do that by using breakers. So we focus on him, and he's also vulnerable to fire. Make sure to aim for the center. I saved this part because Gustav deals double damage with shots. And that's why you should target his weak spot. Yes, otherwise you can always use healing light and so on, or even ignition. Right, at the beginning, so that he starts burning. And now you see with Gustav, we can attack the weak point here, and deal a good amount of damage. Yes, now you want to overload as quickly as possible, so we go in with our standard attack. And when we have fully overloaded, it goes relatively well. Here with the attack, we always have to jump up a bit, but we can manage quite well. Keep dealing damage, and you can actually hold your own against him. You really just need to learn to dodge this attack. I would also recommend dodging instead of parrying, as it makes things a bit easier. And once you've managed that, the battle is as good as won, because now you can really start using your abilities one by one and defeat him. The fight still takes quite a long time, of course. It's important that you charge up relatively quickly, keep hitting, so you can break his status and deal more damage. It's also very important that you only dodge his attacks. Especially here, jumping is super easy. And once you've learned the other attack, you're almost through here. It's really worth taking on this opponent at least once and then defeating him. From the component point of view alone, it's super good because we get almost 2-2 levels. And as I said, he's actually not that difficult. You need to practice a bit, but after doing it 3 to 4 times, he should be down. And here you get a powerful revival, which boosts our revival again. And that will be pretty good later on. Also, 21,000 XP, which is pretty good. And with that, we get 2 to 3 levels for almost every character. And we're already quite strong, so for the next round, let's move on. And we're about to enter the dungeon, but first, we need to head down to the next beach. And if we've been up here, so up here, just killed the enemy, then we can continue running. Just keep going and follow this path. And yes, you'll see a small cove again here with red trees. Follow the path along here and you'll quickly notice that there's a small section back here. There's a big enemy here. Let's take care of him first, because he's guarding something we definitely want. So go in here and remember to always let these small bombs explode. You can also damage the other enemies this way, but first weaken the other enemies before you then pull the bomb. Yes, once again, a jump attack here worked wonders, and you get another nice reward here. A few weapon upgrades, which are, of course, pretty good. Both swords at level 6, we can savor that, and we can also equip them with Gustav accordingly. Then take the item here, which I have no idea what it was because the weapon box was in front of it. I think it was a color of Lumina. Otherwise, we're now done here, at this spot on the map, having equipped the weapon, and from here we move on. Specifically, head left, and there's a hidden merchant, a little beach here, and we'll go there. And here it is. So, we have to complete a special task again to be able to buy everything from the merchant. Let's go inside. Actually, everything is available for purchase right away, even better. And that's why we buy everything here, of course, and take it all with us. Yes, so far so good. We've looted the merchant, and now we can move on to the next point, namely, you see there's a small cave below. And that's where we want to go. We don't want to go inside because we can't get through yet. However, it's important that you go there and maybe talk to the enemy because you need to overall. I believe there were 5 in total to find on the world map, so that you can break these stones later. I will show you, but that's also why we can't collect everything 100% in every level. Friends, all of this will come later. First here you see Purple Kobold standing, and that's the first enemy. And we find him here just before the entrance to the next cave. And we need to talk to him here once. And then you will come completely alone to your camp. And thus, you have him with you, and of course, you still need to find the remaining figures. And yes, friends, I'll show you later how that works. It's really quite late in the game. From here, you now fly back once. And now, we want to continue in the main corridor. And here's where we started. We've basically made a complete round now. And you can see the red forest here, where this sculpture is also located. A dead robot or something like that. And now we're definitely going into the sanctuary here. So here, fly along the red forest, and then you will quickly notice that we can enter here. And this is actually the main path, now, namely the old sanctuary, and we'll quickly do that as well. Friends, because we're now super upgraded, and fully equipped. Go up significantly higher levels again, then enter here, and you will see a strange part. You can't do much with it, just follow it until it reaches its spot here. And here, you take care of the guy, and get a bit of loot from him. You need to hurry a bit here. Remember that you can always break the shield by shooting. And this way, you can break a lot of shields if you first shoot your AP at them. Then the next one can hit hard. So take out the guy here relatively quickly and, of course, use overload again so we can take him out of the game pretty well. Counters are also very important so you can make quick saves, but generally, you lose a lot this way too. So, go for it once. And then, you can definitely take him out relatively easily. And you should definitely manage it within the time. Then we get some nice things. 3x, 5x Lumina color and a catalyst, and paid over once more. And that's obviously great. Then we turn around to the left and grab some Lumina color back here as well. And then we go back to the main path. And we follow it now. We go this way, but first, just briefly down here to the left, along the stream. Here we can climb down again, back here at the rock wall. And we can already see something glowing down there. And there's another item that we definitely want to take with us. Let yourself drop down here. I'm always a bit against the rock wall, it somehow doesn't work for me. But grab the Pictos burning mark here, and then climb back up. And now we follow the main path with a small side section here. Just go through here, sharply, left around the corner, and follow this path. And you can already see a big statue in the distance, but just keep following the path straight ahead. And you'll notice there's somehow a boy standing here. Yes, with him. Talk to him once, and not much happens now, but we need to remember this for later. Go through all the dialogues with him and then continue on. Once you're done, he doesn't really say anything more. You can then just continue straight ahead. And here comes the next boss. I won't spoil it for you, just take him down yourself, it shouldn't be a problem. And you will get a new weapon here. And we can continue playing here, friends. As I said, no spoilers in the guide, I always try to stick to that. Yes, and you will find the next checkpoint here, so keep going straight through. And here, go right into the cave. And you can collect quite a bit there now. So, we can definitely go left here, that's the first path we should choose. Here we also find the pantomime or the mimic. And it's standing up there on the rock. Additionally, there's something in the little house here, and we'll grab that in a moment. At first, I was wondering how to get in there, but there's a regular entrance, friends. What I did here was a bit silly. But continue through here, and up to the right is the mimic. Grab it, and try to break it as quickly as possible. Of course, with earth magic from Lone or with Gustav using overload. And then those things aren't really an issue anymore, so just be a bit careful again. Rock slide is always good to really increase braking, and Gustav usually finishes the rest. And then, the pantomime isn't really an issue at all, and of course, at the end, you get. So here, overload, then go in once, and then it's basically game over, because as soon as the barrier is gone, it takes a lot of damage. And then it really shouldn't be an issue anymore. Finish this one off in. You get the Baguette Outfit. Friends, we have that with us now, and I believe there's almost one in every level. But we definitely find a pantomime. Everything goes back here once, and now we grab the loot in the building. So go in there once. And yes, it's not as hard as it looks here with me. No idea why I was fumbling around so much, but here we can just go through a normal entrance and get the revival color, which is really great because this gives us one more revival potion, and we can always use it among the items. They always refill at the next checkpoint, so feel free to use these potions. Then run up here again and grab the color of Lumina. Yes, friends, then we turn around, don't jump down there, but simply turn around and walk back through the cave here, because there was another path on the right side. And of course, we want to go along there once more now. Just walk straight through here. And you can already see an enemy back there that we're going to catch now. But first, go right here and grab the Chroma. And then it's on to the enemy, because at first, you think, yeah, we have a lot of Chroma, but later it gets pretty tight. And, especially in the next village, you can really buy quite a bit, which you also need for the trophies. And we don't want to ride back and forth too much. So, take care of the enemies here. Remember that you can easily shoot down the catapult and then go left here first. And you can climb up the wall here. And there's something nice back there. And we definitely don't want to miss that, because it's a new Pictos, namely Invigorating Start. 2-1 AP at the start of combat. Pretty strong already. Go down here and then through the cave. And when you arrive in the cave here, be careful, there's an enemy on the left. Take care of it, and you'll see there's more to collect behind it. That's why we take this one down and get some nice loot for it. So, collect this back here once, and there we have a new Pictos, namely Lifesteal. And that's not bad because it provides healing with a standard attack. And that's pretty good for melee. Yes, and then we go up here, and straight through here. And back here on the right in the corner, we find the color of Lumina. And yes, friends, then we're back down here, right at the beginning at the first checkpoint. And now you first run, all the way through until you're back at the second checkpoint, so where we defeated the boss here. And until then, just keep going straight ahead. It's practically just around the corner. Yes, because when you're at the checkpoint, we can take another path, namely this way. And this time, not to the right into the cave, but instead we go left and follow this path. And down here we find a small village, a little camp. And first, we take care of the enemy here. And now you'll see right away, friends, once you've defeated this enemy here, then back here, it's already ready. I know, the first stone, which we can't get through yet. And we can only get that later. On the left, these stones, we can destroy them later. And we have to remember their locations, of course. And yes, there will be a guide for that later, so no worries. We definitely can't get through here, just keep going straight ahead. You'll find a glowing tree back here. We can take another look to the right here. There's something else there, in the crates back here. Go there, once, and we'll get a bit of Chroma. Then walk back here, and head towards the glowing tree. And yes, friends, we can then turn left here and follow this path all the way. And we'll end up at a small gorge, continue straight through here. And you can already see, there's a path back there that we can't take yet. And that's only possible if we destroy the stone. And that's not possible yet, so we'll do that later. Walk along here, all the way on the left side, always keep to the left. And then you'll have healing shard fragments, which will give you more healing. So, more healing potions, so to speak. And we can go through here and come to a kind of large open area. And then, can we take a look around here? We go left here through the small opening towards the red trees. And there we find the next expedition message, specifically from Expedition 63. Yes, listen to the thing, and take it with you. Then go right here, grab the crates, and you'll notice something is breaking there. There's another color play up there. And that's why we also shoot down the next part. And the third one is up here. Behind the tree, yes, and with that, we've completed the 3 tasks. There's nothing else to get here for now, and in the crates with the boy. As you can see, I always search everything thoroughly for you, so we don't miss anything, but I already know most of the spots where they are. Just run back, go left, all the way through, and then jump down here at the magic rope. Go down here once, and then go back up over the platform and jump to the next platform. Then go over here again, and then over here, once. And here we can finally collect the piece with which we solved this color puzzle. We take the Chroma Elixir shard with us. Jumping was comfortable. Go down here once, then come back to the main area, and now we follow the lights to the next checkpoint. It's right around the corner, and at this checkpoint you can even take a shortcut to the right. Unlock. You can definitely do that as well. So, getting that done is, I think it's for later, to get to the stone faster. Well, let's go through here once and unlock the shortcut here. We might need it later, and then we turn around and keep following this path. And then we come to the real boss of the level, and there are friends again. It's actually pretty easy. I don't want to spoil the fun for you, so we'll just skip it and then get a new ability here. And yes, that's how the boss is dealt with. As I said, I don't want to spoil too much for you. Once the boss is defeated, head left here. And don't leave the level back here on the left, because there's still quite a bit. We'll grab the color of Lumina here once more. And right up here on the right, there's something else. And there's even more here. So grab the item back here. Be sure to take the energy color shard. And don't just run out, but go back again, friends. Namely here, where this color shard was. There's a small tunnel, a little passage on the right here. And it's really easy to miss. I almost missed it too, so crawl through here. And yes, I almost forgot this passage here. Go all the way through here and grab the Pictus in the corner back there. Stunned enemies take 30% increased damage. And that's, of course, not bad. We need to see how we can combine that. Currently, I don't see a point for it, but we'll do that later. Maybe I'll release a cool build guide for you at some point, but at the moment, I'm actually doing pretty well with my setup. Clear? Yeah, friends, and that's why we're going through here and heading out now. You'll come out here in the forest and can then discover the village right away. Here, around the corner to the right, I find these worldview maps really well done. They strongly remind me of Final Fantasy. We picked up the color of Lumina, here in the corner, and then we go straight through and arrive at the village, friends. Gestral and yeah, it gets pretty weird here, and we'll cover all of that in the next guide. We can really get a lot done here, and then we'll see you in the next video, folks. Adios, and ciao ciao.